Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Silver Slander, our debut podcast. Today we have Toxic, me, Clem, and Sime. We're gonna break down Discord tier in depth. Oh, and Nagi, I forgot Nagi. Sorry.
All right, okay.
Hey, great! What a great start.
What a great start.
Okay, so we're just gonna dive right in already. First thing we're gonna go over is the week one recap. We have nearly every team playing except for I think 3 or 4. You'll get to see them play later this week on Thursday. So yeah, first thing we're gonna go over. Oops, hold up. I just closed everything.
This guy. You want me to do it?
Okay, so first game we're gonna go over is the two teams that we're gonna go over are Paradise Lost and Beat Drop Bears. They're pretty much opposite teams. Beat Drop Bears, they are the tempo team because they have Navina. Shout out Navina. They just picked up Anguish too. They're a tempo team that plays a lot of brawl, and this is basically just how Marsupial operates. To be honest, the team that they played wasn't that awesome, and same can be said for Paradise Lost. But yeah, any thoughts on Beat Drop Bears and how they will perform in the rest of this group?
I think they have a pretty decent pool in terms of how who they're gonna play against. But I think going forward, I think they might finish the pool with a very high record. They'll probably go into A pool. Their pool's not looking too strong, but it's a marsupial team, so they have a lot of good players. They have Sensa from a few seasons ago who went to finals. I'm pretty sure with Naya. They have Navina, who's been a consistently good player whenever he's played. So they have a very good core. So I think going forward, they're gonna probably play very well, especially if they keep playing this tempo style they have been playing. Wild win.
Wildwin, yeah, you got you got half.
Oh, Sam, you're muted. No audio according to Glitch.
No
No.
way.
No way you
This
muted
is-
yourself.
Base. Do you want me to just
Okay.
reiterate what you said? Okay, so just to reiterate what Simon said, they won their first match pretty dominantly. They won 4-0. We're versus Wildwin, a new team to Trank who has not played before.
Alright, they should be able to theoretically hear me now. Theoretically.
Put a W in chat if you can hear Sime.
W in chat if you can hear Simon.
Should theoretically.
Oh,
All
we got
right,
a W.
no,
We got
the
2
W's.
W's.
Okay, yeah. I think you're good.
Alright, good.
The only way to listen to Simon is
Now you're incredibly quiet apparently.
Am I? Oh shit. Okay, wait. Maybe we hold the mic.
Oh boy.
Hold the mic.
What's your number? Mic holder.
Okay. Anyway, both these teams, Paradise and Beach Bears, they kind of just smoked their opponent.
we should talk a bit about Paradise Lost while we're
Yeah.
at
So
it.
I kind of want to move on to Paradise now. Beach Bears, great team. They just picked up English. They're gonna be good. It's marsupial, bro. They're always gonna be good. They'll find a way. Where's Bears? Okay, so Paradise, they're back to running that weird comp. Or not that weird comp, but a weird comp. This season, they've decided on Orisa, Reaper, Echo, Mercy, and Ana. They only run that comp. That's the only thing they run. They love that comp. Yep.
I mean, they're pretty,
That's big.
Yeah.
pretty fucking good at
I-
it. Though.
So
Season 7, they ran the ball hog and the ball monkey. That was their thing.
yeah, so for people who don't know, they were a team back in season 7. They weren't here for season 8 or 9. I'm pretty sure they might have, if I remember correctly, but they made it to finals in Discord tier in season 8 or season 7. I mean, versus Reminiscence, and they played this one very unique comp that fit very well to their style. That's one thing I credit Paradise Lost for. They play comps that fit to their style. They don't really conform to the meta. As they're playing in a diamond division, you don't have to really conform to any meta. You just play what you're strong at, and that's one thing I value highly for Paradise Lost.
Clem, you got anything on this?
Sorry. All right. I watched a little bit of the support line, and they looked pretty strong. I mean, I mean, it's tough because like when you're on Mercy, there's not much you can do. But the Ana looked good, and I mean that's what I'm gonna focus on this season. Is I'm just really gonna focus on support lines, mostly main support. But from what I saw, there's no complaints. There's no real issues there. So I obviously it's 1 week, so you got to get more footage. So that's what I
Yeah,
think.
shout out to Bob's6. God tier Mercy player.
For real. Definitely better
Um,
Clem.
It 100% better than me.
Clem's a
I'm a
on the
gold
Mercy.
Mercy player, right? And it makes
Yeah,
sense.
that's not saying much.
Clem's a Mercy.
Exactly.
Getting a little off topic.
all right, we'll move on to Maelstrom versus Adrenaline. So on predicting, I said this would be an insane match, and I predicted it right. I said it'd be an insane mid-off. It wasn't as mid as I thought it would be. It was actually like both teams were pretty good. They love Brawl. Both teams love Brawl. When it was Brawl v Brawl, it was insane match. When they started deviating, the level of play like went down. But when they went back to Brawl, ooh, you know.
Ooh.
So both of these teams love it. Very similar teams too.
Yeah.
So Nagi, I know you watched this. What were your thoughts on that?
I did. I think, I mean, I agree with the brawl. The brawl was like the thing to watch from both of them, and I feel like because Maelstrom kind of had a few seasons that was kind of like so I feel like people weren't sure how they would be this season, but I think they're really strong this season, and I think Adrenaline is also very strong, but not like I think they're still right now in the middle, but it's hard to tell with just 1 week. But definitely will be interesting to see how they continue to improve.
Yeah, I mean, on that team, I gotta shout out both tanks. Both tanks played incredibly aggressively. Just neither played their life. They just went
Oh,
in.
yeah.
They did not give. They did
Oh,
not
yeah.
give one. They just
Blatman
went
is
in.
insane, like actually
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
It was Fuelmaker and Blatman. They just did not
Yeah.
play their
Mhm.
life at all on Reinhardt.
No, but Blatman was kind of like crazy on the Rhine.
I think one thing I credit Adrenalines for in this match, they played the monkey comp later in the match on Ilios and like
Oh yeah,
as
they
the
did.
map went off. I think slowly they went from the sprawl style to like this dive comp. They realized they weren't winning very. They were. It wasn't that they weren't winning. It's that the brawl matchup was so close and it was such a like coin flip most of the time. They realized they needed
Yeah.
to change up their play style. So they went to this monkey match or this monkey comp in the fifth map, and it was a very close map. May I say this could have gone in either direction, but
Yeah, they choked well. I think.
yeah. No, Maelstrom did because Maelstrom were up
Maelstrom
9.
choked well.
Yeah, with the monkey comp swap. So, but I also credit Maelstrom for swapping to the ball comp late in the match, which helped them win. So both teams, swapped up very well.
Clem, any thoughts on the supports for this team or either team?
So I know Adrenaline, they have Mint, and I like Mint. I remember I scrimmed against them, I don't know when it was, but like they were very good, and especially like I'm trying to remember what the meta was when we scrimmed them. I think it was like that hog stuff. It was last season. But no, I think it's interesting. I think Mint's I would say is the best out of the four, in my opinion. I don't know a ton about the Maelstrom support line.
It is Triage 3 and
I know Manbro Dude is on that team, right?
and Manbro.
Is that the other support? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Remember
looking at the roster sheets,
I think Manbro
both
Dude was
fucking-
very solid last season on Loki.
I think when I was watching what's it called, Circuit Royale, at least the Widow player watching Circuit Royale, obviously. All right. I think Manbro Dude Zen was kind of just he was just him. He was just him on the Zen. I don't know what to tell you.
Him on set.
He was just him. I don't know. He looked really strong on the Zen on that map. So
Last season when Loki did that weird thing, so they in Overwatch 1, they had their two tanks, which was Thor and Membro Dude, I think.
Yes.
And then when they switched to Overwatch 2, they put Ty Munster on tank, and them two went to support. So
yeah,
weird.
it was so. Yeah, I remember that.
I think
That was really interesting.
it ended up working somewhat. They won a few matches, I think.
Yeah.
Clem is so quiet compared to everyone. Clem, or Simon, not the Clem. Simon, something's wrong with your mic.
what?
According to chat.
Huh? I'm
Up your
quiet.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh,
okay.
nah.
Hello? Hello?
Okay.
Wait, calm down, calm
Maybe
down.
maybe not that much. Yeah.
All right. We'll hold the mic.
I just gotta say, apparently MVD like absolutely hates main support, like playing main
Oh.
support. So I think that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
It
Players
makes
hating their
sense
roles.
why. The role sucks.
That is a little bit
Alright.
silly.
We're treading on a little too much.
A little bit silly.
Alright, any last thoughts on Adrenalines versus or Adrenaline now? They rebranded to versus Maelstrom.
Athene looked really. He looked pretty strong on the Sojourn, I think it was. But I think that he could probably be a top DPS later on the season.
Alright, so next team I want to talk about is Pukin Dogs. They played Wildfire, and in my opinion, this was the closest 4-0 I've ever seen in my life. Like, actually. Like, Circuit, Nova got a 0.5 second touch on that map that won them the map because Ricky had Flux. Incredibly close series, despite it being 4-0. So that's the patent pending close 4-0.
I love Pukin Dogs. They're one of my favorite teams. I mean, you got Bunknor on there. I mean, who doesn't like him? I know Zorthcon was a good support, even last season, flex support, I believe. Is he main support this season?
No, he's flex support.
That's what I thought. And then, actually, this is a little trip down memory lane. Their other main support actually coached me when I first started playing support back when I was on Luminous. So I always called him Orca, even though it's a wrong name. It's I think it's Orki or whatever it is. I don't know. I never learned how to pronounce his name. But he's good, man. I think, like, if you look at best main supports in the tier and just simply going off name value right now, he is somebody that I would definitely look out for on Pukin Dogs.
Yeah, I know LCS vouched for that guy really hard. Said like
He's sick.
His
He's
comms
sick.
are like OP. Something like that.
Yeah, I've ranked for that team. He's a very heavy part in their comms. So I think going forward, he's going to be like probably rated very highly among main supports in terms of comms, skills, just overall skill. Honestly,
He best be.
I think
we talked him up.
I think we should also like credit Wildfire. They played a very close match.
Yeah,
They've
they
been
didn't
in
play
train-
bad at all.
Yeah.
They've been in Trank for the last 2 seasons. They moved down to Harmony tier from Discord tier. I think last season. Or no, season 8. Yeah, 2 seasons ago they moved to Harmony tier, came back to Discord tier, but they're looking to play very. They're looking to try and win a few, and I think they're gonna play very well as time goes on.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're gonna kind of. That pool is kind of stacked. That's the one with Rem, MI7, Pukin, and someone else.
Yeah,
that is literally the
it's
OP
just
pool.
tough.
Like,
That's
I don't know.
an unbelievable.
That is
That's an unbelievable. Yeah. Nothing you can do.
Okay. Any other thoughts on Pukin Dogs? Or Wildfire? No. Okay.
Not really.
We'll go on.
I honestly I don't know enough about Wildfire.
Alright, so
I know
this
more
is-
about Pukin Dogs.
All right. Well, this was an interesting one. Nagi, I need your take on Phoenix versus Tempest. What happened?
Oh, you really want me to go over this? You're really
What happened?
You're gonna corner me about this?
Oh no.
They were a lot better than we expected. Like we always go into a match like we need to respect this team, right? But we didn't realize how much we had to respect them. Their coordination is like a 4.4K team. Like their coordination is actually insane. I think, and plus we were just kind of everywhere, you know. I don't know. But their DPS line and their tank are just crazy.
Yeah, I think his name is like Max 35. What's his name?
Dude, there's
Yeah, Max 35. Yeah.
yes.
I can't believe I remember that.
Dude,
He's a tank. He's the only person on their roster with a set role. They are the doodles of Discord tier. I'm marking it right now. They are the doodles of Discord tier. They're gonna pull Shea Young out of their ass, and he's gonna dominate. They're gonna be a random player on the team. He's gonna go nuts.
Fun.
This is some
He's
Galactica.
going crazy.
I think the score line is kind of a line itself of 3-1 Phoenix. I was looking at this match. It was a very close match in terms like there's like 2-4-3 maps, so like it seems like Phoenix when it comes down to it are very good at clutching in the moment. Even when like the match might go like either sided, they seem like they can bring a map back even if it's like they're losing or something. So I think this team should be like highly respected among Discord tier teams in terms of like them being able to win in the long run.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they only played Ryan, right? They only played the Ryan comp the whole time.
Pretty much except for the last map. I think they went.
Something like
I think
that.
it was Orisa or something to counter what we
One
were playing,
map
which
they
was ball.
lost.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the one they lost, so yeah, go
Yes.
back. Ryan. But yeah, max 35 on the Reinhardt. It looks like that guy is just screaming comms and they're watching him, like they're following him. It's just because they just follow that guy 24/7, like all their team.
It's like Bumper.
If it works, it works.
Yeah, it's like
2019 Vancouver Titans, and he's Bumper.
I mean, it's a very good style to play in Discord tier. They just high tempo.
Oh
Because
yeah.
most times teams won't know how to play against a high tempo team.
yeah, bro, just follow your Ryan forehead.
Yeah. You know, I think that I feel like when I was watching the game back, I kind of noticed that like Phoenix kind of had this like X factor in their DPS, especially like during these like clutches and things like that, along with their tank. That I feel like Tempest was almost missing in some of those fights, and I feel like that's kind of important, you know, in a lot of great players to like have this like X factor to just get randomly like 2 kills or something out of nowhere. That I saw more in Phoenix than I did in Tempest. So, you know, I was a little bit disappointed with the Widow player. I was watching commercials of Widow. I was a little bit disappointed. All right. Hope I get to watch it next week.
He was cooking. He was cooking.
Hey, I'm
Let him cook.
Let him cook. But
Yeah.
you know, I think it was a great match though. It's a great
Yeah,
match.
honestly, it's kind of unfortunate that Tempest have such high standards because, like they're raised to like a very high caliber, I think, among the community, because it's all Trank veterans basically.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a single name on that roster sheet
mean-
that I don't recognize.
Yeah.
When you look at a Discord tier roster, there's not a lot to go off of in like the first few weeks because you don't have much gameplay of them. And when you see like a team like Tempest, you see like a lot of familiar names. So I think Tempest had like a lot of like maybe not I guess hype you'd say like going into like the season.
Yeah, it's like familiarity. Like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Especially with like Nagi says right there. So yeah, but like this match just goes to show you can't really like just base the other team based on the like other team's value. So like I'm guessing a lot of people like maybe predicted Tempest to win very easily, and so Phoenix just showed up for the match.
I don't know. I know Pug was gone, correct? Like, how
Yeah.
Yes.
how important is he to like your rotation and like?
I mean, I think Pug, because we usually swap Randy out for Pug, kind of back and forth. We usually keep commercial in, but not always. I think Pug is really good at clutching fights, like getting the kind of picks that you were talking about that you really need, and I think that could have definitely not helped us in the long run in that match.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Well,
Moving on.
that's the end of that match. We're gonna move on.
I'll
to-
say one
oh,
thing,
one
one
thing.
support thing. All right, I have not seen a lot, but from the few clips I have seen on Twitter of the Hypno person, his mechanics
yeah.
are fucking sick, like really really good mechanics. So I think he's somebody to I want to watch more because I'm gonna have a main support tier next week. I'm gonna have a tier
Ooh.
list of main supports.
Ooh.
All right.
Uh-oh.
And
That's
from
all
what
I'm
I've
not-
seen, he looks good. I have to watch, like, see how like his aura management and his other stuff like that. But I like him. He's somebody I'm gonna keep my eye on a lot.
Alright. Shout out to Hypno. Alright, so next we're gonna move on to CC versus Poseidon. So basically what this in my head what this game was if Magic Otter is not at the game, they
It's
will
raps.
lose.
It's raps.
It's
raps.
Magic
Otter
Otter
is the
really-
goat.
Otter
Otter
is
is the undisputed goat.
I
Otter
know
is
we got
fucking-
Gibbons players
It's
here.
him.
Freaking best.
Otter
Hey.
is the goat.
Hey,
I
Knicks and Otter supremacy. All right.
But I am the biggest
backwards.
Cosmic Castaways fans in the world.
I think
My light.
when you look at it, like the current meta is like favoring. There's like some favoritism towards ball comp currently, and I just know from like past seasons, Magic Otter's been like a very good ball player. So having him like in this meta is just gonna like the CC stonks are through the roof.
I mean, when he was on Gibbons, I know I can speak on this because I've played on a team with Otter recently. When he was on Gibbons and there was a ball comp, we dominated. It was awesome. It was tough that at the end, like ball wasn't like like the only thing we played. But he's awesome. I think he's gonna be. I think he easily has potential to be the best tank in the tier. And then, I mean, also their support line. Nyx, I mean, he realistically could have been in Discord tier last season, but he decided to stay on Penguins. And then QB, listen, I have a little beef with QB because he took my role star season 8. All right,
Oh no.
Toxic knows about it. He took my role
So-
star, but at the end of the day, QB is a very good main support. I think
Mhm.
he's gonna fit the team's need perfectly. So, and then also Magpolar and Pyro. I mean, those are two
Very good
proven
coaches.
players.
Yeah, good
Exactly,
players, good
proven
players.
players. So I guarantee they're gonna do well as coaching.
I love
So
Golden Pyro.
I love Cosmic this season.
Yeah. I mean, you also can look at Poseidon. They looked pretty decent when Magic Otter did come back. I mean, obviously Magic Otter came back and they won, but like even when Magic Otter Magic Otter's a very good player, so he could swing matches basically. But like when Magic Otter wasn't around, CC looked more like middle of the pack Discord tier team compared to a top tier Discord tier team with Magic Otter. So like it shows Poseidon compared to last season are gonna start to improve more and maybe play better against these middle of the pack Discord tier teams. So I think that's a good thing to look at. They're yelling at you to stop playing with your mic.
Hey, look. I was just fucking with it. Hey, I'm holding it.
Don't say that.
My bad.
I
You
forget
can't swear,
one of the.
Hey,
don't
look,
swear on
look.
the train pod.
My
Don't swear on
bad.
the
I
train
forgot.
pod.
Nerfed. It.
Sorry.
We're new to this. We're new.
Please don't cancel us.
Okay.
Stop.
We're new
I
to
just
this.
gotta say, on Poseidon, I'm really liking Shid Fard 420.
How can you not?
Couple you
with a name
name.
Nah,
like
that's
that?
Yeah.
crazy.
How can you not with a
That is-
name like that?
That's crazy.
All right.
That's
I mean
a
that
fired name.
in contention for best name in Trank.
I think
we just-
so.
Alright.
Yeah.
Rekusi will never be beat. Okay.
True.
Record.
Real.
All right, so just a couple teams I wanna after that game, a couple other teams I wanna highlight are Wildcat Boys. I think they're a slept-on team. And then I wanna highlight Avalon for not being as good as I thought they would be. I wanna highlight Trig for being better than I thought they'd be, and then Rem and MI7 are just good.
True.
So, any thoughts on any of those teams?
I
You
think,
can assume Rem and MI7 are going to be good.
yeah, you can
Yeah,
always
right.
assume
Always
that
do
they-
that.
Yeah,
Always.
no,
Looking at the rosters, I mean, it's pretty cut and dry. Those are going to be two pretty good teams. Neptune, I think, will be the best flex support in the tier.
I think he already is. TBH.
I think he already is, and he will end it. And I hate to say that too. I hate to say that, but Neptune is a beast. I like Train ranked for us when we had our game, and that was a whole scuff game. But he's a great tank. Swifters has been in Discord tier for was it 4 or 5 years now? I mean, he's growing roots in Discord tier. Let's be honest. And then Coconut is really good. I mean, I remember when I played against him in Harmony tier. He's a beast. So I think Rem's probably gonna win this season again. It's gonna be boring, but who knows?
I mean, MI7
I mean,
did
I
win
ha-
preseason.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, go
I
ahead.
have some just some insider info on Rem. Basically, if they don't get bored by map 3, they will win.
Don't
So
get
that's
bored.
basically what happens. If they get bored of winning, then they'll start just tossing. It's very annoying, incredibly frustrating as a coach.
Sounds like Clemens Scrims, to be honest.
Yeah.
Especially recently, it has. Anyways,
One team I would like to highlight, Wildcat Boys. I mean, obviously they do look better than most
Hashtag
people would
Heroes
think.
now.
But like, I think thing you have to note is they are a new Discord tier team, so there wasn't a lot of like hype going for them. But like, clearly they won their match. I think pretty dominantly 4-0 in
so.
week 1. So you know they're like, we are doing a segment called like where we're gonna pick underdogs. So I think they could be like a clear underdog pick for this pool of Indigo A.
Nah, I agree
I mean,
for sure.
like when Rem played them, we were like, wow, they're actually not bad. Like we had to step up in preseason. They were our first round in preseason. So unfortunately, I think if they don't run into Rem and they don't run into MI7 in preseason, they go like pretty far, like semis.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's enough of that. So any thoughts on MI7? They completely off-rolled. It was very funny to watch.
I mean,
I think one thing I'd like to note is MI7. You know, even though they don't have Laura, and we saw like last season when we were
do have
all
Laura.
playing in Discord. No, I mean like in terms of like
Oh,
the
oh,
match. When we like remember last season we were all playing in Discord tier, except we were all playing in Discord tier. And remember the stage 2 when Laura wasn't around and MI7 had a tough time winning matches.
Yeah.
It's good to see that they're winning matches even without
Laura.
Laura being there.
Yeah.
I mean, he did come in later, but like they still won maps without him
But still.
pretty dominantly.
Yeah, I mean.
So that's like a good thing to see.
Did
MI7.
Hayden also play tank? Did he play all 3 roles? I know he played DPS. Chat.
I know Hayden played DPS. I know that.
I think he played.
Oh, I
the
know
last
that
one.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Actually,
I think I know that.
He might have.
He did play all 3. Okay, that's what I thought.
Hayden the Flex God.
That's very funny. Okay, so MI7 can even off-roll just troll and still win 4-0, so
I mean,
good to know.
Just like that, I don't know.
I feel like that's like half the teams, like or at least the majority of the top teams in Discord tier. I feel like there's just it's very top heavy.
Yeah.
I think
I
you have 2 of the top teams. Like, some of that I'm sorry, but I think it's like Rem at MI7. I think Cosmic's gonna get there if Ball is still playable and Otter can do it. I think there's gonna be like really a few clear-cut teams that are just it's like who's playing for second.
I think the top 4 are basically untouchable. It's like MI7 Rem, and then you have like slightly below that you have Paradise and Beat Drop Bears. Those 4 are like crazy teams.
Hasn't
good.
Paradise been together for like 2 years or some
I know
crazy
that-
number like that?
I know this roster that they have in Trank this season has been around for a while because they're playing a different tournament.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
mean,
think
that's just like a
think
very
it's the
good
first time
thing.
in Trank. I don't know.
The
They're
majority
good though.
of
I
viewers on
remember.
Discord.
It's a
Remember
very good thing
Capital
to
was
have
giving me some
consistency.
juice on them.
I think you said you wanted to highlight Trig as well. I think one
Yeah.
thing I like about Trig is looking at their roster. They have a lot of like Harmony tier graduates from
Yeah.
like last season. They have like Clearly, who was a very good flex support. I remember watching him play. Mello, he won Harmony tier last season with Koala Kings. Emily NA, very good flex support too. So their support line is clearly very stacked going into this tier with like a lot of Harmony tier graduates who I think will only get better as time goes on.
Yeah, there's always gonna be a team like that where it's a bunch of Harmony tier graduates. I mean, Spuds was that last season and they did pretty well. So I could expect Trig to basically be the Spuds of last season, like with results like that. I mean, they already have the 3-1 curse, so.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was like, how many teams did that last season? I'm just thinking, because like I feel like is it more
Only,
common
like,
than
really-
we think? Because I
It's
know
really only
Gibbons
one
did
per
it.
season.
Gibbons did it, and
Oh yeah, Gibbons had a lot.
whoever it is, it was Spuds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Spuds had it.
Yeah.
Was it really only 2? That's weird.
Wasn't like Cosmic half?
Oh,
Am I
your mic.
My
Who
mic?
activated the wind tunnel?
Who activated the wind
I
tunnel?
don't remember about Cosmic.
Is it
last
me?
season. I know Cosmic.
Oh.
It's gone now. It's gone now. It's gone
Is
now.
it used?
Oh, it's
to?
good now.
shit. What- Dude, the mic today is just crazy. I don't know.
Bro, we
First
should have tested this
broadcast, right? We're
beforehand.
scuffed. We're
What?
scuffed.
Uh-huh.
I tried.
Actually, both teams in that Trig Loki game played way better than I thought they would. I thought both teams would be like genuinely like not good, but they both were
Yeah.
like Trig ended up being genuinely good, and then Loki was like you know.
No.
I was questioning immediately. I mean, you look at Rocco DPS.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
It's like, but yeah, they did good.
You-
Also, Bernie at the coach. Bernie's the goat, so
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Any
he's gonna.
as much as I don't
Shape
know Bernie,
easily.
he's made very good teams in all tiers when he's coached. Galactic Penguins, very good team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's it for the week 1 recap. Anything else, Sam?
Well, I'm good. We're good.
Okay.
Alright.
We're gonna move on to now we're gonna move on to the group predictions. We're gonna have the favorite to win and the other underdog in the group to maybe win or at least get like close to winning.
All right.
So pull that up.
Like, yeah, we should probably pull it up.
Wait, what?
We have the thing. Okay, there it is. Yeah.
Wait, where is
Oh.
The power ranking season
You
X.
spelled favorite wrong. Oh my god.
Did I?
That's the British version.
Time, there's
Hey.
no way you did
Hi.
that. There's
Wait,
no
Tom.
way, Sim.
Take a second.
Sim,
Oh, you
there's
spelled it
no
wrong
way.
twice.
Oh my god, this is
Sim,
so dumb.
Sim, oh my god.
Take a
Man,
step back. All right.
one job.
I tried.
Pull it up.
Wait,
Oh, it adds character. It adds
am I
character.
pulling
You
up?
wonder why Gibbons can't win.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah, pull it
Look
up.
at this guy.
Hold up. Alright. Okay, now my fucking dude.
That's the power rankings.
Yeah, that's what I
Perfect.
said.
Alright.
Okay, this is
No, the
scuffed because
favorite to
my.
win.
We starting with
What about-
Orme or
Go to the bottom left on the side.
This one. Yeah, we're here.
Okay, stream's updating.
We're here. No, I'm on.
Favorite to win.
Perfect. Okay.
Do you
Alright,
want?
we'll
I
just
can.
go by name.
Yeah, we'll go top down. So
Alright.
I'll start. So easy favorite for this one
My
is.
goodness.
Oh wait, not easy favorite. So this is a 50-50 one. Rem versus MI7. It's whichever wins that game. So Rem and MI7 play week 5.
of course
I'm
it's
gonna be-
week 5 too. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, literally, and it's also featured. Tune in for that.
It is. Yeah.
That's gonna be a banger.
So I'm just gonna have to go with Rem. I'm biased.
Rem.
Yeah, just throw down that Rem there. But again, it's whoever wins that game will be the winner of this group.
Also, I know my cam isn't working, but we're here. We're doing it.
But
Oh, okay.
alright,
This
so
man's
next we
camera
got
broke.
alright, Simon. What's your winner for Orme?
All right. So, this is obviously the most stacked. As we were just talking about. Rem and MI7 are kind of like the only picks you could go for. You know, even though I like myself some puking dogs. But I'm gonna go a little bit of a different route. All right. We have a little bit of beef. All right, but I'm gonna go with MI7. I think they just look too good this season. And you know, I don't think Clem's gonna like that
Valid.
one, but
They finally peaked him, huh?
They beat them.
Yeah.
Or beat them.
Hey, you
No,
think we're not gonna go through an entire broadcast without saying that?
See, look,
I mean, come on. I've been waiting to say it. All right.
Alright, move forward.
Okay. That's fine.
What about
Yeah, do you
Wildfire?
want me to go?
I'm
I can
sorry,
go.
I don't think Wildfire will win. Mr. Shadow Fear.
I don't need it.
Okay.
Alright, so
Clem,
next
your
we
pick.
got Clem. What you got?
All right. So my favorites, I got Reminiscence. I just think that the combination of Train, Swifters, and Neptune is just gonna be too much. But and then my sleeper team is I love them, the Pukin Dogs. I like the Pukin Dogs, and I
That's
think 4K.
that's next.
Is it?
Underdog.
Oh, is that? Oh, listen, I
Yeah,
was
we're
looking at the
only
wrong
doing
team.
favorite
Hold on,
tournament.
my fault.
Say it
Bro,
for
you're
next time.
spoiling.
It's my next one.
Okay, so Clem got Rem, Nagisa. Who you got?
Well, like it was just touched on, Rem and MI7 are like the obvious picks here. I mean, we've been new.
We
But
can
I
undo
think
this.
I feel like because my team played against MI7 in preseason, and I trialed for Rem, and seeing both of them, I actually going to give it to MI7 this season. I just feel like they're just really, really strong this season. I feel like if anybody can beat Rem, it's going to be MI7.
Yeah, it's valid.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, last but not least, we got Toxic. Who's your favorite in this group?
Personally, I have MI7 winning the poll. I think it's not Reminiscence if they aren't losing a stage 1 game. And looking at the rest of these games they have for stage 1, personally, I think the only game they're going to lose, that they could possibly lose, is versus MI7. Obviously, like maybe Pukin Dogs puts up a fight in week 4, but I think it's only Reminiscence if they lose a match. So I think they're going to lose the first time, but it might change later on.
Valid. It's pretty much happening every soon. So yeah, MI7 for Toxic. And now, moving on to Orm B. Teams we have are Ragloki, Trig, Royal Throne, Redacted, Jellyfish, Paradise Lost, Culture, and Team 31. So I'll start with this. Personally, I have Paradise Lost. I don't think it's close, honestly. I think there's a huge tier gap between Paradise Lost and the rest of this group. But shout out to Trig. That's all I have for that.
So
So next we got Sime. What's good?
obviously, I've played under a nerfed org for a while, and you know, I really want to say Jellyfish because I think they came out swinging even with some downsides in week 1. But I think I'm gonna have to agree with Choi here and go with Paradise Lost. They just look too strong versus the rest of their group.
And next, Clem, what you got?
Paradise Lost. I mean, I don't think there's much to go on here. They're pretty sick, and
Yeah.
I mean, if they have multiple seasons of experience in different tournaments, they're gonna do just fine in Trink.
Yeah. I want to shout out quickly on Paradise Lost. Hawk, that guy is literally Jesus. I said this on predicting, but that guy is Jesus. So yeah, he just plays Echo, gets pocketed, and farms.
He's like that.
Yeah, shout out Hawk. LCS also loves that guy. So.
That's like a -1 vote.
Celsius is minus 1. Okay.
Nagi, what you got?
I mean, Team 31 looking pretty strong.
Okay.
Can't go a podcast without mentioning the not a team. I
Of
guess.
course. I'm gonna deter a little bit because I like doing that. I'm picking Trig.
I mean, Trick's a very good pick.
Yeah,
If there was one to do it, it would be Trig.
It would be
yeah,
true,
I see all these Paradise Lost. I'm yeah.
You know what? I'm
Wait,
gonna
Trink is a
go.
banger roster. Holy.
I'm gonna go the Nugget. I'm gonna also pick Trig. I mean, obviously I could pick the easy Paradise Lost wins the tier, wins the not the tier the pool, but like I feel like Trig will give them a good fight. I don't actually know if Trig plays Paradise Lost this
Yeah, I don't know.
stage, so they could easily both go 5-0, and maybe Trig has the easier schedule or has the better maps, and they go 5-0 with a better map record, so they get the win of the pool.
Agreed.
Well, that's our friends for that one, our favorites. Next we'll move on to Indigo A. We got Adrenaline, Maelstrom, Wildcat Boys, Blobfish, UV Rays, Avalon, Wildwind, and Beat Drop Bears. So I think the easy favorite here is Beat Drop Bears. They looked really clean in their first match. They just hard tempoed, I think it was Wildwind, and yeah, they looked really clean.
Agreed. It's kind of hard to go against a Marsupial / Abraxas team to win. So I'm probably also just going to have to go B-Drop Bears. I mean, I think that Adren and Maelstrom could put up a fight, and I think that they'll probably be like 2 and 3, hopefully. Hopefully I'm right about that. Because I like to see them play. It was fun to watch them play. But I think the B-Drop Bears are just really strong in this pool.
Alright, Clem, what you got?
I like, again, Beat Drop Bears. I think their roster just too good on just paper for them to lose. I mean, hold on, I'm pulling it up, but I know they have like Noel. I think Yuki's on that team. I know Navino's on that team.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like they have a ton of experience, and then Anguish is on that team, right?
Yeah, it just got picked up, I think, yesterday.
Mhm.
So and then Twists. I think Twists is unbelievable. I mean, he was a great Flexport last season. I know he like rang a couple of times. So he's a beast. So I'm just going because their team, and also they have Gap as coach. Ooh.
Ooh, well,
Stinky Gap.
I don't know about that.
Anyways.
Yeah,
Beat
Frogman and or Hypnotoss, also a really good player.
Mhm.
Alright, so
Alright.
next, Nagi, what you got?
I'm gonna deter again.
Once again.
Yeah, once again.
Devil's
I don't have
advocate.
Team 33 to go for, I guess, here. So, and this isn't bias. I genuinely think that this could be with the coaching that they have this season. I'm going with Maelstrom because I think that they already started off really strong, and with the coaching that they're getting this season, I think that they could go farther than people are expecting.
Yeah, they're really not bad at all.
I am also going to deter, but not in the way of Nagisa. I'm going to go Avalon
Oh.
because I think this might be a hot take, but I remember watching this DPS they have, Zasper, play last season, and this guy was crazy. He was really good. I think they didn't have him this week or last week.
no.
I mean,
I was about to say, they didn't have him in week 1, yeah.
I think they have him consistently. They play for his value. I think Avalon will. They also went 5-0 last stage 1, so they could easily pull that off again. And I think they're a good team to look out for.
Alright, that's enough of that. Shout out Zasper. We got Indigo B with Spuds, Castaways, Poseidon, Pride, Error, Phoenix, and Tempest. I'm gonna start with mine. I think the easy pick here is Cosmic. So Magic Otter, hit GM, OPS, tank player. I'm just gonna put them as my favorite.
I mean, I don't want to have to agree with Troy on pretty much everything here, but I myself happen to love Onyx, okay, and I love Otter, so I just couldn't. I don't think I could physically pick anyone else, and I also think that they're just the strongest team in this pool. Sorry, Nagi. But yeah, so they're gonna be my pick as well.
Aklam.
I mean, I hate to do it as well, but I mean,
The 3 for
you
3.
couldn't ask for a better meta for Cosmic right
Yeah.
now.
Mm-hmm.
Realistically, I don't even know if they drop a game in this tier. I think I have Cosmic in kind of my top 4, top 5 in that kind of almost untouchable tier. I have Cosmic in that tier, and well, they better prove me right. But,
I think
hope
this
so.
pool is like kind of weak, honestly. Like,
oh, it is.
No, that's what I was gonna.
I think it's the weakest out of them all.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I think pool 3. I mean, like
I think Indigo A might be weaker. Like,
I mean,
Oh, it could be. Right.
I don't think like any pool is inherently very weak. I think
it's
all
not like a
pools-
clear difference, but I'm
Yeah,
saying like
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
low key.
like this pool kind of like Indigo B looks like if Cosmic didn't take it, like I physically couldn't tell you who would take it out of the pool. Is it bad?
Tempest. I think it would be Tempest.
Yeah, but I mean Phoenix could also take it too. They just beat Tempest.
Yeah, Phoenix is also. I don't know. It's interesting. That pool's weird. I think Cosmic has it. But who knows? Who's next?
Wish
Alright,
Actually-
Nagisa.
Is he? Okay. Nagi.
I was wondering if I missed my prompt because I stepped away for a second. Yeah. So with this pool, I don't know 100% since I have not played Castaways yet. I know they're really good, obviously, but playing Phoenix, I'm giving it to them just because they just played insane. I just have good
valid.
reason to
Yeah.
think.
Every time I want to pick someone other team, and I put myself last on this spreadsheet, and all my hot takes are getting taken. Okay, I'll just go the other hot take. I'm going with Tempest.
Hey.
Don't worry. I think one person has to predict Tempest at least, and I think they just have a very solid core. They have a lot of Trank veterans, so Trank veterans are like very highly rated when you look at teams. So, just got to go with that team. To win
Agreed.
it.
All right. Well, these are our favorites to win for Orem or all the groups. So next, we're gonna go for our underdogs. So these are teams that have a shot at winning, but are not quite the favorite. So these are like the low-key like hot takes and stuff.
Yeah.
So, just for a setting rule, you can't pick the same team that you picked in the previous one. So
Obviously.
That's the rule.
All right.
So I'm just gonna start with this first group. I'm not gonna pick Rem Rem 7 because they're just too
It's
obvious.
just yeah.
Let me think. I'm just gonna go Pukin Dogs, honestly. I was gonna say Space Creator, but I'm gonna go Pukin Dogs. It's the safest like third team out of this.
It is.
They do have upset potential if they just work together more, I think. If they start clicking, that team can start going crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to go Pukin Dogs too, but like, I kind of just want to go like the Tampa Bay Tryhards. I'm pretty sure they're Tampa Bay, but
Yeah, Tampa Bay tryhard.
I don't know. I don't even know if they played this week. I don't even know if I watched their match, to be honest with you. I just like the name, and like I just think of like Tom Brady, and I just think of like the GOAT. You know what I mean? Like
Oh my god.
they're gonna come back. Hey, I don't like Tom Brady. Like you know what I'm saying? I don't like Tom Brady, but like you gotta respect a GOAT when you see one, and they might have one. I don't
Yeah.
know.
They played MI7 and didn't look that bad, but they also got
yeah.
off rolled on.
That's why. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, week 2. We'll come back.
Alright, move forward.
Aklam, what you got?
So obviously, I think my answer is pretty clear. I love the Pukin Dogs, and then
Dog's biggest fan.
Pukin Dog's biggest fan, 100%. But again, I think their support line is gonna be sick, and that's what's gonna really kind of elevate them to a level that could potentially contest with Reminiscence and MI7.
All right, Nagi, what you got?
Team 30.
Okay. I
I could see it.
Looks like Team 31 on the match sheet. Is it Team 31 or is it Team 30?
Team 30.
Team 30.
Team 30.
Team 31 is.
But for real though,
Oh,
I mean,
you're
in
right.
terms of like underdog picks, I mean, it's hard to say. You know, it's still week 1, but I'm actually gonna go with Thunder Duckies. I mean, that's an underdog.
Every time, man. Every time I want my pick to be some hot take, Nagisa just comes out of nowhere and takes it.
Sorry,
You
Okay.
can pick it too.
It's okay. No. I'm not. I'm going to be different, and I'm going to pick. Give me one sec. I'm gonna pick Space Created. I'm gonna pick Space Created to be the underdog of this. I think they won't end up getting a pool because Redmond and My7 are there, but I think they can easily get the first seed for the B pool if their match versus Pukin Dogs is good. Because I'm pretty sure they played them.
It's
I
week
want
2.
to say week 2. I want to say, and I know they have some returning players, and I think they have a very good coach in Shimanzi. I think is Shimanzi coaching them?
I think he is.
I don't know if he's fully coaching them in Trank, but I think he's like coaching them on the side, and he's just a very good coach. He coaches like OD and stuff, so it's an easy, safe pick as an underdog.
Space Creator would have been my second. If they beat Pukin Dogs this week, then they take over as my underdog.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so moving on to ORMB, I'm gonna have to go. I don't think I'm allowed to pick Trig, so I'm not gonna pick Trig. But honestly, this group is just so Paradise Lost top heavy that I'm gonna pick who I think will get second. That isn't Trig, and that is Jellyfish. I think they're doing all right. They could play better. I think the people behind that team are like the structure behind that team should be pretty good. I know they're making I think they're making a roster transaction if it already happened or
It
not.
I think it's
was
flex
one of the-
support.
I think they picked up.
Yeah.
Did they pick up a new one? I don't know if they picked up one yet, but.
I don't know if that happened yet, but when it happens, I think they'll improve past that.
Mm.
And so I'm gonna put Jellyfish for I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of talked about them a little bit when we were talking about favorites to win, and I thought that, I wanted to shout them out a little bit. So I'm also going to be picking them as the underdog. Only because I had very, 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 very low expectations for Jellyfish going into the season. Especially right after they just lost their support, right? Like right as the season started. So I had pretty low expectations, and then, they came out and got a win. So I'm going to have to go with them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go Trig. I think they look pretty good on paper. They have a very, very veteran team. Cleary, Mello, Ashes, Daz. I recognize all of them. And then I think Emily wasn't there, I believe.
Yeah.
But I think, like you said, I think Paradise Lost is just gonna dominate this tier. But if there's any team that's gonna give them some trouble, I think it'd be Trig.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Nagi.
I'm gonna preface this with I feel like my idea of underdog team is a little different than you guys because you guys are like, well, what would be the second team? And to me, it's kind of just like, who do I think is just kind of people don't expect to be as good as they might end up being. And so for me, I played Culture a few times, and I feel like they're better than I think people are expecting them to be. So they're my pick.
That's fair.
Yeah. This in week 1 they just kind of got smoked by Paradise Lost, and we're saying that Paradise Lost is just above and beyond this pool.
Yeah, they
So
are.
I
Yeah.
think that's actually pretty valid considering they like haven't gotten a chance yet to prove themselves.
Yeah.
So I touched on this earlier when we were talking about teams. I'm gonna go with Ragnarok Loki. I think they have a very solid coach in Bernie. He's proven himself multiple times with multiple different teams, and it's hard to go against that. And I think they just have I think as time goes on, they'll improve more and more. So you just gotta watch out for them to perform well in this pool. I do want to I would say Jellyfish is also a very clear underdog. They do have also very good coaches in Billy Gott and Stromo who have played in Trank before, and have also proven themselves to be very good players. But I'm gonna go with Ryan Loki.
Next, we're gonna move into Indigo A. For me, I just have to pick Wildcat Boys. I've been hyping them up for a while. Just have to pick them. Hashtag Heroes Meow.
Classic.
Hashtag heroes meow.
Heroes.
That's
man.
such a good
That
hashtag.
is such a good
Whoever
hashtag.
made that deserves a raise.
Yeah.
Actually, that's crazy. I think I don't know. I kind of really want to pick one of either the Adren or Maelstrom,
Yeah, that would be my other pick.
but I think I'm gonna end up going with Adren. I don't know. Just kind of. I watched some of their match. Obviously, specifically Circuit Royale. I watched Circuit Royale for. By the way, I just want to point
What
out,
up?
like almost every single game played like Circuit Royale. Like I had like 10 Circuit Royale replays, like back to back to back that I watched.
Yeah.
But I think Adren looks pretty strong, and I think that they could definitely come out on top if they, I don't know, figure something out. I don't know. Beat drop.
EP drop. Alright, come.
All right, so I'll do the other side of the coin in that game. I'll go Maelstrom. I'm very happy you didn't choose Maelstrom. I think they're a team that, I mean, I like Beat Drop, but I feel like this is one of the more open tiers, and I think the Cat Boys are gonna do pretty well. But I think Maelstrom has an ability to they can win the tier in my opinion. They have a good roster. I don't know too much about their coaches, but I'll go Maelstrom.
Alright, Nagi, what you got?
This is a kind of difficult for me because I don't know a lot about, other than Adrenaline, Maelstrom, and Catboys. I don't know a ton, but I decided to go with Catboys as well because based on their roster, I think that they're pretty strong, but I think they might be underrepresented is not the word. I think people were expecting them to be good, but not like good.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that, I mean, that's underdog to me. So
Yeah, 1-0 said in chat. Glysaur is very good. Alright, Toxic, what you got?
I mean, it's very hard because like this pool is very like not flop-sided. I want to say like there's a lot of new teams in this pool who we haven't really seen. Like there's 4 new teams, and then there's teams or like 5 new teams actually, and then there's some teams we've seen before and played in Trank. So I think I just got to go with also Wild Cat Boys because I watched maybe like a map of their game. I'm pretty sure, and they're a very solid team. I think like Choi said earlier, if they didn't run into like Rem, I'm pretty sure in preseason they would have gone very far, like semis. So just it's a good team to pick who's going to be an underdog. So hashtag Heroes Meow.
What a banger!
That's
Such
so
a
good.
banger.
That's so
That's a
good.
banger. Alright, for Indigo B, I'm gonna have to go with, I think, Pride or Phoenix. Let me think. I'm gonna go with Phoenix. I think Phoenix just look cleaner. Pride is one of those teams. So Rem scrimmed them a little while ago. They might have been too new to kind of judge off that scrim bucks, but Pride didn't seem bad. But just seeing how Phoenix like kind of not dismantled, but kind of just flat out beat Tempest, I was very impressed with how they were playing.
Um, I'm gonna go a little bit of a different pick here compared to yours, Troy. I really like this team support line, notably because it has Nagisa on it, and I've played with Nagisa.
This
And
guy.
I think that it's pretty good. A little bit biased, so I'm gonna be going with Tempest. I think they looked good from what I saw in the game, and like it was another one of those matches where like I think that maybe if Tempest just prepared a little bit better for them or something like that, that they could have easily come out with a win or something. But hopefully they prove me right. I don't know. We'll find out.
Valid.
I'm gonna go with a team you mentioned, Troy. I'm gonna go with Pride. I think they look pretty good. I didn't fully get to watch their match, but I think this is an interesting. I think Cosmic wins it, but I think this is a very interesting tier. I think the 2, 3, and 4 spots are gonna be all pretty contested. So I'll go with Pride.
Yeah. Alright. What you got, Nagi?
it's a little hard for me again. I mean, I don't want to pick Tempest because obviously it's just not not good for me to pick.
Do it. Pick 'em.
No.
Pick 'em.
Pick 'em.
I
Show the
think
bias.
no bias, no bias.
We need
I'm
someone to be biased.
I'm not. I don't. I'm just gonna go with Pride. I'm gonna agree with Clem. I think Pride looks really strong, and plus, I love their logo and their name. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
On Pride, I want to shout out Resolve. That guy is a great Sojourn player. All right,
All
Toxic,
right.
what you got?
Okay. I do want to shout out Pride as an underdog. They have one of my old teammates as one of their coaches. Monarch, he went by a different name, but I'm not gonna pick Pride because I don't conform to everyone else's picks. I'm gonna show the bias, and I'm picking SEAL Team Spuds
Let's
as my
go.
underdogs.
Let's go.
I am showing that bias. I mean, this team was built like within like a few weeks by Dorito. I think he did a very good job in picking players. He's picked like some players like that have been on other teams that haven't been really highlighted in Trank before. Like Drinkwater, he played on what's their name? The one team who went F2-14. He was a very solid support, and I know he's been very solid in his time in Trank. So just gotta show that bias to Spuds.
Zunix is pretty good too.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
I think she can play. So
Mhm.
Yeah. Another thing about Pride. So you touched on it, Toxic. The coaching staff is Monarch and Vix, which are very good and one of players in Trank. So
Yeah.
all right. So that's enough of that. You can see the thingies right there. And now we're just gonna full on move to the power rankings. We
I know
have
this is what everyone's been waiting for.
this is what everyone's been waiting for. We got all 29
Everyone's
teams. I think.
here.
Yeah. So I think at the top, let's just start at the top. I think
Alright.
let's put MI7.
Start at the
They
top.
won. Yep, we'll start at the top.
I
We'll
think-
put MI7. We'll put
32.
Rem.
I think
Okay, we gotta make a debate about MI7 or Rem as the top.
It's just MI7 right
it's
now.
MI7.
You have
It
to.
is. It is.
you have to just off game.
Off
It
preseason,
has to
they
be
won.
MI7.
It's super close. I won't lie. Like if they rematch again, it's like a coin flip every time.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
as of right now, the coin flip says
Right now.
MI7.
We'll find out week 5.
And then you put Rem second. I think that's pretty obvious. And then third, this is between Beat Drop
Paradise
Bears
Lost.
and Paradise Lost. I
I
would
think
put
it's
Paradise Lost.
Paradise. Yeah.
I would also
Yeah.
put Paradise.
I think Paradise Lost have proved himself more in like prior seasons, and this Beat Drop Bears team is very new. I mean, I haven't seen like any of these players play together. Maybe Navino and one of the old Marsupial alumni on that team, but like in terms of, I think Beat Drop Bears slightly worse compared to Paradise Lost who play together.
I actually see a valid take in the chat. We got a Team 32 above Team 30. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, I agree, I
can
agree.
see that happening.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
god, Dick.
So put 30 at 32.
Nice, nice.
What did you do to my spreadsheet?
Looks great.
Team
Alright,
32
perfect.
twice, yes.
There you go.
Oh, I'll fix it. I'll fix it.
No, that's
There you go.
right. That's
Else-
right. It's the
else
right.
right.
Well,
It's
no,
right.
I mean like in
Yeah,
terms
yeah,
of
but,
you
like-
made the background.
Okay, I was gonna
Okay.
say.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're putting Beat Drop Bears fourth then.
Yeah, so fourth is where you consider Beat Drop Bears, CC,
I'm
something
throwing
like that.
Cosmic. Yeah, I think my vote's Cosmic because of the meta right now. You're playing to Otter's best strengths. I think if they play off him, he's great with communications. They have Nyx, they have QB, they have a pretty good team. I know that they pick up like a CS:GO, like an ex CS:GO player.
Apex?
That's crack. Yeah, that's like a good hit scan. So I want to go Cosmic. I'd be okay with Beat Drop Bears here, but I think those two are the next. Those are 4 and 5.
Alright, so we got one vote for Cosmic.
I think, honestly, comparing these two teams, I think the tanks are very similar. Whichever meta it is, that other tank is gonna prosper. But like looking at the DPS line, I mean, I don't know about Aphex. I haven't seen him play. I know Yuna is very good. I've played on teams with her before. But Sensa Yuki, who used to go by Sleepy Bear, and Null is just a really good DPS line. So I think I just gotta go with
Oh,
Beat
yeah.
Drop Bears.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that Beat Drop Bears look really strong, and again, I really love Castaways. All right, like some of my favorite players of all time on that team. So I hope that maybe we can move them up. But I think that Castaways should be 5 and Beat Drop should be 4.
Yeah. I'm actually just gonna Stamp it. That Beat Drop 4, and then Castaways 5. If I had a little take on Beat Drop, so I thought Sleepy Bear, aka Yuki, was like one of the best players just in Discord tier season 9.
Oh,
And
100%.
then when he dropped out, then it severely weakened Deep
Then
Dish.
Deep Dish fell
and-
apart.
Deep
Yeah.
Dish
Yeah.
fell apart.
So yeah, in my opinion, they lost Smokey and they lost Sleepy Bear, and that team just kind of crumbled from there on. So yeah,
All right.
6 is low key rough. I actually don't know who to put.
I mean,
6.
I think we gotta make a list of teams who could qualify from like 6 to 10. And
So
then
you got like Wildcat Boys there, right?
That's who I was
Pukin
gonna put.
Dogs.
I was
Wildcat
gonna
Boys.
put Wildcat Boys at 6.
I think
Let's make a list. I think Wildcat Boys, Phoenix, possibly
Yeah.
Pride could qualify.
I would say Trig.
Avalon.
Trig is up there,
Trig.
yeah.
Oh yeah, Trig. I forgot about Trig. Trig's
Say.
that's a good call. I think possibly I'd go Trig at 6. Honestly,
That's what I was thinking.
even Pukin Dogs. Actually, Pukin Dogs is another team that qualifies.
There's a lot of teams in this like kind of tier. So I feel like the top 5 are pretty obvious,
Yeah.
and then when you go down from here, it's like oh no.
We're gonna figure this out
Like,
the hard way.
Another
I think-
another two. Honestly, another 2 teams that could be there: Maelstrom and Adrenaline.
Yeah,
Space Creator
I
could be
mean,
up there too for all we know.
That team, but they didn't.
but we
play,
haven't
so-
watched them play, so we can't really.
We watched them play. We can't rank them correctly. Yeah.
Right,
I
so
think I go Trig.
my vote here is actually Wildcat Boys. I won't lie.
I'm with Choi on this one.
All right, so Nagi, what do you think then? Wildcat Boys or Trig?
Or Pukin, or any
Or
other team that
yeah.
could
Or any
possibly
other team.
qualify.
Then we're having a whole nother debate.
I think
Is Nagi-san not here?
I think she might be AFK for a sec.
Nagi died.
I'm
Brutal.
No. I'm in agreement with Toxic, and I think Trig should be 6, and probably.
So we're in a tie.
But it's,
Yeah.
So just
That's
put
why-
6, 7. Just put 6, 7 on the tier list. Just
I
put
think-
them
I
both
think-
there.
Chat, help us. Chat, who you want?
Yeah, chat. You do it. That's a good point.
Is there any way to
You want
pull
Wild
it?
What
Cat
are
Boys or
we
you
thinking?
want-
Trig? Or are we thinking
Cowboys.
Well, chat's
We're
been
thinking
hashtag
Trig or
Heroes
Wildcat
Meow.
Boys?
hashtag Heroes Meow?
I think the thing you have to look at, obviously, who did Trig play week 1?
The question is Wildcat Boys or Trig.
I wish we had the ability to do polls.
We have like 17 Trigs, but Trig.
Yeah, put Trig.
Yeah.
Okay. I think Trig also played the harder team in week 1 compared to Wildcat Boys and Ragnarok Loki. Ragnarok Loki, decent team, and I think Wildcat Boys beat Blobfish, so I think you just gotta give it to Trig in the 6th spot.
And then we're gonna put
Pukin
Cat Boy
Dogs?
7.
Cowboy 7.
Yeah, Catboy 7 and then Pukin Dogs, I think.
I think
I
Pukin
th-
Dogs.
I'm cool with Pukin Dogs or like
Phoenix.
here. Yeah.
I think Pukin Dogs.
I think Pukin Dogs 8.
I would put Phoenix above Pukin Dogs.
Yeah.
Really?
Phoenix, and Puganox. Yeah.
Actually, yeah,
They just-
Phoenix beat.
Phoenix
Tempest.
beat Tempest more convincingly than
Because I think
Pukin Dogs
Tempest is
beat-
going to be pretty soon on this list here after we
Yeah.
go over these
So-
names. So that's why I think you go
So we want,
Phoenix.
so we want Phoenix 8.
Yeah,
Phoenix
yeah.
8.
Because Phoenix beat the harder team compared to
Oh,
Wildfire,
100%.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
I think then you go Pukin Dogs. Now we're at a crossroads. Pukin Dogs or Tempest?
I'm gonna say Pukin Dogs.
I was going to say Pukin.
Okay, then let's go. Actually, I don't know if you could put Tempest too highly yet because they did lose their first match.
Yeah.
I think obviously they're in the top 16. They're in the top half of the tier, but I think you have to look at some.
I'd put them
some
at
of
like
these other
13,
teams.
14 right
Yeah,
now.
absolutely.
I
I think I'd
don't
put
see
Avalon at
them
that.
dropping too far just because of their roster on
I love-
paper.
I've
I think
I'd
I'd put
put Jasper, but like they didn't look great at all.
Yeah, I don't know if I put everyone. This could be like a shout, but like a Thunder Duckies or a Maelstrom or something.
Thunder Duckies are also very
They're solid, but like,
solid.
like we kind of like I'm talking we as in Rem. Like we kind of just like smoked them. So
Yeah,
I can't really tell how good they are.
I'm not a
Pretty sure-
huge Thunder Duckies fan this season.
I think
Mm.
here maybe you put okay. This is where your Rag Lokis of the world are. This is where your Prides of the world are. This is.
I think
Pride.
I think Pride. I think Pride
Yeah,
is
we
a
could
team
put
you
Pride,
can
yeah.
throw in there.
So Pride.
I'm
around
good with
up
Pride 10.
Pride
Yeah,
10.
I'm good with that.
We should also look to place Maelstrom somewhere around here.
Yeah,
Maelstrom
Maelstrom
should
is
be
definitely up there.
probably.
I think Maelstrom right here,
Maelstrom.
Yeah,
11.
I'd be fine with that. I'd be fine with.
and then
Maelstrom 11.
Adrenaline right under Maelstrom. 'Cause that
Yeah,
game was
yeah.
literally good.
Adrenaline,
Wait.
Adrenaline, and then Tempest. I think that's a great.
Yeah.
That's great. Like little
Right, we agree,
13
we
there.
agree.
Now we're just going into the. Oh no.
Now this is tough.
Yeah,
now
yeah.
I just don't have enough information on the
that's
rest
what-
of these teams.
Jellyfish.
Jellyfish.
I want to say wildfire or jellyfish. Here.
Wait. What about culture? I feel like culture is. We're still forgetting about.
They
Culture
lost.
They got
Culture
like
didn't win a
hard
map.
owned. They got like
Culture didn't
owned.
actually.
Yeah, but,
Culture
like-
didn't even win a point.
We agree though
Yeah.
that like, well, some of us agree that like I think culture could do better. Like,
They could do
Lost-
better.
lost
But I'd,
means it's
I'd
really
have them around 20th. I'd have them around
Okay,
20th
okay.
or something.
so jellyfish. I think jellyfish is a good pick here too.
I would put.
Actually, I don't know, because Jellyfish won their first game versus Redacted pretty convincingly. I think I'd put them above Maelstrom, honestly. I'd put them in that
No,
11th spot.
I
I
don't
don't
think
know
so.
No.
Or maybe above Adrenaline, because Adrenaline lost their match.
It could be.
I-
Even though it was close. I feel like
Sorry to the redacted fans out there. I think they're like actually like really bad. Like right now, they're like really
Redacted?
bad right now.
Yeah.
Oh, rip
They're
Private
not
Ryan.
looking awesome right now. Yeah, shut up, Private Ryan. He's crying.
Private Ryan.
okay, then how about this? How about we put Jellyfish 14 and then Avalon 15?
I think that works.
What about? Yeah, okay, I'm fine with that.
I think jellyfish 14 though makes sense.
Okay, yeah, I'm fine with that.
And then we want
Avalon. Yeah. Okay, this
It's
is
a
where.
good feeling when all your bets hit. It's a great feeling when all your bets hit.
Did the what's it called win? The
So-
Avalon?
Oh yeah.
This is the last team in the top half, and I kind of want to give it to Space Created. Is
They
my
haven't
person.
played. It's
That's-
Space
I haven't
Gradient
seen
and
him.
Spuds.
I like.
Okay,
I
okay.
can't rank.
Space
I
Gradient
I was
can't.
actually
like-
thinking of that though.
But like
Has it? They
putting them at
they've
the middle
always-
makes sense though, right? Like that makes sense.
Yeah.
because they've always been
Yeah.
consistently decent.
Like Spud
Yeah.
Space created here, I think.
I think Space Created makes sense because they're.
I'm good with that.
They're 0-0, so like we don't know how bad or good they are, and so.
Yeah. I'm cool with Space created 16 then.
All right.
And then like this is also where I'd put Spuds Wildfire.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about. I think I put Thunder Duckies under Spuds at 17. So like Spuds,
Yeah.
Thunder Duckies.
I think.
I'm cool with that, yeah.
Because even though Thunder Duckies did lose, they were playing Rem, and I'm pretty sure did Thunder Duckies take a map?
No, they did
No,
not.
they didn't.
It was
Never mind.
close, but
Well, it was close, and that's what matters.
it was when Rem started to fall asleep because they got bored.
Okay.
Classic.
We
classic.
switched. We
is
switched
so
Widow
funny.
Lucio. We switched
That
Widow
is-
Lucio, and we just started losing. And then we the fight. We switched an OT back to Genji and back to Brig, and we just win. So
Okay.
Who are you playing? Lucio Zen?
Lucio Widow. Just crazy
Wait, on
comp.
what map?
Oh, what was your other support?
Dorado.
Was it Lucio?
Lucio, I think we're on Ana.
Okay.
I don't
Lucio Zen, we're bringing it back in 2018. Little Overwatch League action.
All right.
We're getting a little off topic here.
Okay. Do we want
Alright.
Spud? So Spud 17, and then.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spud 17, and then I think we agree Thunder Duckies.
Thunder
18.
Duckies could be here now. Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I
Thunder
think
Duckies 18.
All right, cool. Thunder Duckies 18. Okay.
That makes sense.
What are we thinking?
I think
Another team that didn't play was Royal Throne, but they don't have any like name value behind that. So I'm
I
not
know
really sure.
0 people on that
it's-
team.
Yeah.
I
it's
wanna
very hard
see-
to rank them.
Wait, let me see Error versus Pride. How did that go?
That was a 3-1 for Pride.
Mhm.
Okay, so maybe this is where Error is.
That would make. I think that makes sense. Air here, and then.
Like Poseidon and Error kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
teams here. So I think we'll put Error 19. And then
Mm,
What about Air 19, or do we still want to debate that?
oh wait, we're forgetting Rag Loki. They need to be somewhere.
Oh, and then I think Rag Loki's 19.
Okay, wait, can we just move them all down and put Rag Loki 16?
Really?
I think so.
If they
yeah.
won, then yes.
They got a map from Trig, but overall the series was kind of like they're like the definition of mid. Like they're right in the middle.
So do we want to put?
Actually, yeah. Okay, then let's put Rag Loki at
16?
16, and then we'll move the teams down since they didn't play and the
Yeah,
other
okay.
teams lost.
All right, this might be a little bit scuffed. We'll figure this out, and then.
Here, you want me to help you? I got
it. Just put Rag Loki at Who did we just put there?
Okay.
Or just put Rag Loki at 16. I got the rest. There you go.
Okay,
That looks right.
All right,
Look-
this looks better.
There
This
we
looks
go.
better. Yeah.
I think after this it's a bit hard because a lot of these teams we
I've been
either
saying
don't know.
Wildfire. I think Wildfire go here. They were really close to Pukin Dogs. Like
Yeah, I mean that's fair because Pukin Dogs we put at 8 or I mean 9, so it would only make it fair to put them in like the top half of the
yeah.
ladder side.
So this is where I put Wildfire.
I also think we could maybe put the tryhards up here. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah,
typically
Tampa
tryhards
did.
like here. Yeah.
Or maybe we put culture.
culture. I
Yeah.
actually.
Okay.
Actually,
I say
can see that.
Culture then tryhards. I think.
Culture
Mhm.
then tryhards. I think that
Yeah.
makes sense.
I think that's valid.
Much as
Now
I
we're
want
getting.
my-
This is.
My try. Oh, that's not what we wanted.
Oh.
Gotham Control Z. Who are we missing? So we have left Blobfish, UV Rays, Whirl,
Oh,
or
I should be crossing
Wildwind.
these out.
I know nothing
I'm-
about the rest of the team, so I'm gonna be honest. So I
I
can't put a lot of
watched most
input
of the game.
into
These
it.
are the teams that lost like pretty badly. So
It's like-
it's hard to tell between them, like what's going on. Oh, okay. So I think we put Royal Throne here. They have 0 name value, and I don't think I recognize anyone on their team.
I feel like yeah, it's tough when
Let me
you have
see.
these teams that you don't that you
Don't
Yeah,
haven't seen them
I
play
literally
at all.
know.
There's no way for us to rank them. Like
Yeah, I literally know nothing about
I think you gotta put Poseidon.
Oh
You
yeah,
forgot about
Poseidon didn't
Poseidon.
play that
I feel
bad.
like you gotta drop Wildfire Culture and Tryhards and Air honestly down and put Poseidon because they did very well. Even though CC didn't have Magic Otter, they did still
Yeah.
well against a decent Castaways roster.
So we can put them like here, because yeah, they were around like Thunder Duckies area against CC
Mhm,
compared to like Thunder Duckies were strong.
It only
We'll
it
do
only
this.
makes sense.
Yeah.
True.
So then this I'm gonna executive decision Royal Throne. Boom.
I think
They have not played.
What about Redacted?
Redacted. I think this is around where they should be. They yeah I think right here actually perfect spot for Redacted.
Right here.
Yeah, right
mean,
here.
Now we have to figure out the bottom 3 and who's the
So
worst team.
Wildwind got smacked by Beach Job Bears. UV Rays got smacked by Paradise Lost, and then Blobfish. I have no clue.
It's hard to say because those are two
Blobfish,
top
Wildman,
teams.
and UV
Yeah.
Rays. Honestly, I
well, I think
Me personally, I think I would put UV Rays and then Wildwind.
UV Rays did take a map off Avalon even if they
Yeah.
didn't have
Yeah.
Zasper.
Yeah.
So I think it's only fair to put UV Rays here. And then honestly,
yeah, the team that won a map should go up, no matter who they played. Like
Yeah.
if they
I'll
won a
probably
map,
them.
they should do it. If you're getting 4-0'd, like
So this is
At this
Wildwind,
point-
and then we got Blobfish.
or Wildwin.
I think Wildwind Blobfish.
I think that makes sense. Blowfish looked pretty.
I think Blobfish is a hilarious name, and the logo is even
the
better.
logo scale. Their
I-
logo might put them down. 20.
I love their logo so much. No, but just because of their logo, put them at like 28th.
Oh
And
my
then
God.
I
Wildwind at the bottom.
love their logo.
I love their logo. It's so silly.
All right,
Okay, we're gonna put Blobfish and then Wildwin.
Yeah.
And is that the official rankings of
Boom.
Silver Slander?
This
Stamp
is
of
week
approval.
1. This is week
Stamp
1.
of
After
approval.
week
So
one.
obviously
look-
these are so disclaimer, people watching. This is
The way too
hard to
early.
do. Hard to do.
early Power rankings.
It's way too early. We'll fix it as time goes on. We'll edit it and
I
whatnot.
think we'll do one after stage 2 before playoffs, or like maybe the week of like because the way I see it, I think we should look back at these eventually just to see how right, how wrong we were.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think our strongest of this tier rankings is like the top 5.
Top 5.
Well, it's so easy to tell
five-
who
I'm
the
not gonna lie,
top 5's gonna
I
be.
feel like-
I think they're easily interchangeable though.
The worst part of this list is just gonna be
The bottom.
no, not even like
It's not the
Really?
bottom. It's
10
gonna be. It's
through
gonna be.
16.
It's gonna be exactly. It's gonna
10
be
through
like
16.
8. It's gonna be 8 through
Even
16.
like 8 through like 20 could just like
Fuck.
all, like
Too much.
yeah, they could just
Who knows? Maybe
Yeah.
like Thunder Duckies go on a run and
Exactly.
move up the
that's what I'm
maybe
saying.
Literally.
like who knows? We just have to see like what
Yeah,
happens.
You could have Avalon just disappear and like just that's the first name I saw, by the way. I'm not saying names, but like there are like that's just how it could be.
Yeah.
I don't know. Metas are super important and who plays to what. Like this Baptiste buff was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get so many DMs after this from people.
Kind of snooze, but
All right, gang. If you're mad at this, prove us wrong.
I think
That's all I have to say.
I
I'm
will.
gonna don't worry guys, I think I'm gonna fine tune like some stuff and then I'm gonna release one to the public that people can do in the live content discussion later on tonight.
Yeah.
Like
you can
Nerf
mix
did
around.
for Bronze Banter, so look out for that.
Alright.
Mm.
if you are a main support, again, I'm creating a main support tier list that I will update weekly. Send me codes. I will watch it. I have a lot of free time. I'm on spring break.
That
Send me
should be-
codes.
Spring break.
I'm trying to get a tier list going. It should be pretty fun.
That's what we should
All
do
right.
this week.
So
All
you
right.
want to
Alright.
fine tune anything? Or are we good?
I think this is good.
I
Well,
think it
this is
is
the
too.
stamp. We'll leave this as is. Obviously this will change.
A
So
lot. But unless we're
Personally, I
um,
think Team 31 beats everything else.
I
oh my
agree.
god.
I think
Actually, I'm with Team 32. I don't know.
I think Team 31 could beat Team 32, to be honest.
Okay, all right,
I
move us
disagree.
forward, Troy. Get
All
us
right.
out of here.
I think this is like the conclusion. So we're gonna wrap this up with choice presented by
Oh, yeah.
No,
NRFG.
no, wait, are we doing
Choice,
I-
predicting
choice.
matches? Matches predict.
Oh right, we're gonna
Dang
predict.
it.
Okay, wait. After that. So we're gonna predict matches first. Do we have a graphic
So
for that?
take us.
Or-
I think
I
take
don't-
us. We don't
I
have
don't think we
anything
even
for
have
that.
a
I don't
graphic.
have
We
time
don't
to
have
post
a graphic.
anything.
Okay.
So we're gonna talk about them and just we don't really have. Our plan is to figure out how get Simon to be better at producing so that we can put team logos.
It's rough. All right.
Surely, right?
My
We're gonna get him to nerf the or who produced for I don't know.
Pasty is Pasty. Pasty was out of
Okay,
town.
we're gonna get
I DM'd him and
Yeah,
he's,
Pasty is in Paris.
yeah, no, he went to London, I think.
Or London, one of them.
London.
whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, match predictions.
All right.
Or is this
so-
like what do you think the best game of the week is gonna be, or
We have 5. I think I picked out 5 matches and
Alright.
nobody objected.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah, we did. We picked out 5. So
let me
Here.
pull this up. Let me pull them up.
go to ideas chat here. I'll put it.
I got
you.
You just
boom,
ping me at it. Thank you.
this
All right.
one.
So first matchup.
So we got first matchup: Puke and Dogs versus Space Created. These are sister teams, both in the same Discord, I believe.
Not
So
the same org though. Technically.
not the same org. Not the same org.
But like same Discord.
But same Discord. Puke and Dogs versus Space Created. Space Created did not play. Puke and Dogs had a like scuffed 4-0. So what are our thoughts on this?
Space Created out of the forfeit. I'll go first, I guess. So I think when you look at Puke and Dogs, I don't really know many people. I know like Keegs on Space Created, and he was a very solid player last season when I played against him on Spuds. But I know a lot more about Puke and Dogs because they have like the same core that I had on my team last season. So I think it's gonna be like a close, like maybe 3-1, 3-2 for Puke and Dogs because they had a close game versus Wildfire, but ended up getting the 4-0 from some close maps. And you haven't really gotten to see Space Created play since they got a forfeit.
Mhm.
So I'm going Puke and Dogs 3-1.
Yeah. I'll go next. I think Puke and Dogs is the safer bet. You've seen them play. They're a solid team. You know, we put them number 9 in our ranking. But I'm gonna be a little hot here. I'm gonna say Space Created. I do think it's good. This is what I said I'm predicting too. It's literally a coin flip. I'm pretty sure I went to Google and did like a coin flip and it landed on Puke and Dogs or on the Space Created. So
This guy.
that's what I'm going for. Think it'll be close. A good game.
I'm gonna go Puke and Dogs 3-1 only. I'm giving Space Created a map because I don't know anything about them. I know Puke and Dogs. I don't know anything about Space Created. So I'll give them a map, but 3-1 with an asterisk next to it. It's my prediction.
Mhm.
All right.
Simon,
Nagi.
I'm gonna go ahead and say, let's see. So, I'm sure these teams scrim each other all the time, so I'm sure they're used to playing each other. So I think it's definitely gonna be close. I think it's definitely gonna be a 3-2, but I think I'm gonna have to give it to Puke and Dogs just because it's like that first match of the season. Like, I don't know, like energy. You know, Puke and Dogs have already like almost into their groove a little bit more than Space Created. So I think I'm gonna have to give it to Puke and Dogs 3-2.
All right, Nagi. Last but not least.
Yeah, I'm also giving it to Puke and Dogs 3-1. I just feel like I don't know a ton about Space Created, but I do know that, I mean, Smugs put together Puke and Dogs, so you can kind of just expect them to be a good team. So
Coach of the tier last season.
yeah,
Yeah.
and also, I mean, it's a stacked roster, so I'm kind of agreeing with the previous statement of don't know a lot, but still give them a map. So 3-1, Puke and Dogs.
All right, cool. So overall consensus: Puke and Dogs. Next match, we're gonna go with Wild Cowboys versus Beat Jaw Bears. Absolute banger.
I
This
think
is
this is
a
the best.
banger.
I think
This
this
is
is the best matchup of the week.
Yeah, I think so too. This is a fire game. Both teams we rated fairly highly in our thingy.
Top 6, I think. Both top 6.
Yeah. So, personally, I'm gonna go with Beat Jaw Bears. I think if they
Oh,
don't,
smart.
I think there's a reason why I put Wild Cowboys below Beat Drop. So Rem has scrimmed both Beat Drop and Wild Cowboys. They're not scrimmed Wild Cowboys, but we played them. and just off scrim bucks and just gameplay, I'm gonna have to go with Beat Drop Bears.
Hmm. I'll go next. So I didn't get to watch the Wildcat, but I was planning on watching that match actually today, but the codes got wiped because
yeah.
of the
So
update.
brutal.
It's very sad because I was going to plan a lot of my notes today, but I'm going to go Beach Drop Bears, but I'm going to give it a very slight 3-2. I think Wildcat Boys obviously did not play as good a team, because I think both teams actually played the bottom two teams in our rankings, so it's very hard to rank like where they are in comparison. But I think while Catboys did beat Blobfish more dominantly according to like map scores and Beach Drop Bears, but like Beach Drop Bears have such a stacked roster, I cannot uh, predict
Bet
against
against
them.
them. Yeah. So in chat, Glysaur, this is an asterisk. He said, "Catboys have a ringer, unfortunately." So put the asterisk on that.
All
So
right,
yeah,
so
asterisk maybe like do one.
So, prior to my knowledge of this, we talked about how Pugnogs won like the closest 4-0. I think this game is going to be a very, very, very close 4-0 for
I see that.
Beat Drop, and I think like this game's going to be pretty interesting to watch because I think it can prove one of two things. It can kind of separate Beat Drop to prove that they're in that top 4, to prove that they can like kind of be in those teams that we designated at the top 5. And then at the flip side, I think it's a great opportunity for Wildcat Boys to prove that they should be in that list over Beat Drop. So I think you got the two best teams playing in that. I think they're in Orem A, correct? Not Orem. Indigo A. They're in Indigo A. So the two best teams in Indigo
Yeah.
A.
Yep.
I think you put them next to each other in week 2. I think it should be pretty fun to watch. But
I
I
think
have
this is side two wins the tier.
a very, very, very close 4-0 for Beat Drop.
Oh.
Simon Nagi.
This time you can go next. You did last time.
Yeah, okay. We'll go in order. We're going in order.
Alright.
I'm gonna have to go with Beat Drop. You know, can't sleep on Navino's Junker Queen in the ball meta, obviously, as I've been told. Obviously, I've played with Navino before, and, you know, I'm pretty good friends with the Braxis, who kind of creates these super teams of Marsupial somehow. And I don't know, I just don't really see the Catboys beating Beat Drop Bears, so I'm just going to give it a 3-1. I think that they'll probably take, like, a map, either the first map or, you know, like an escort map or something like that, but I think Beat Drop's really, really strong.
I'm also going with a close 3-2, but I'm actually gonna deter and give it to Catboys. I think if if they're patient, but they at least kind of match the tempo that Beat Drop Bears will be obviously creating, I think they have a good chance. And also, I like to deter from what everybody else is doing. So
Devil's advocate.
3-2 Catboys.
Alright. Well, that's the end of that game. Overall consensus is that what's it called? Beat Drop will win that game. Next we got Avalon versus Maelstrom. So Avalon got that 3-1 win over a team that we rated pretty lowly, or pretty low. And then Maelstrom got the incredibly close win over Adrenaline. So for me, I'm gonna have to go Maelstrom. I thought they looked pretty clean. I'm gonna give this like a 3-1. I think like on an escort map, maybe like Avalon pull out something. But yeah, I'm gonna have to give this to Maelstrom. They just look pretty clean all around.
Okay, I'll go next since I did the last time. Honestly, I'm gonna differ, and I'm gonna go Avalon with a very close 3-2. I think it will be a 3-1 if Zasper shows up, but I think they still get the win even if it's just Avalon. Obviously they played very close, but we've seen them play before, like prior season, and I think it's just gonna be a very close game, but I'm gonna give it to Avalon in the long run.
All right, Clem.
I like Maelstrom here. I'm a little torn between a 3-2 or a 3-1. So I'm just gonna put a close 3-1 because I think it's the best of both worlds. But realistically, I could see both those scenarios happening. But I hope Avalon wins. I want Avalon to win.
Yeah, Simon.
I'm gonna have to go with Maelstrom as well. Uh, Obviously, I was talking about earlier how I watched pretty much every Circuit Rail map that was played in Discord tier last week. So they looked pretty strong, and I mean they looked pretty strong on all the other maps as well.
Who's the hit scan on Maelstrom?
It
I
is
know.
Hypernut.
I think it's Hypernut, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hypernut
Yeah, that's what I
looked
thought.
He looked pretty strong. So I'm gonna have to give this. I would say probably at least. I think a 3-1. I think that Maelstrom's a little bit ahead of Avalon, in my opinion.
Yeah. I know Hypernut was in Rem Trials and actually performed really well in Rem Trials. So, yeah. All right, next Nagi.
See, for me, I'm going with Maelstrom. Either way, I'm kind of torn between 4-0 and like 3-2 because for Maelstrom, I
Damn.
feel like it kind of depends. I feel like it kind of depends on the day. I don't know for sure since I'm kind of basing that off of prior season knowledge. Sometimes they just go crazy, and sometimes it's like really, really close. I'm gonna go with 4-0. I believe in Maelstrom. If they have a good day, I think they're just gonna dominate for sure.
All right. So most of us going for Maelstrom there. Next game we got Pride vs Phoenix. So these are I think two of the like second heavy hitters. 'Cause this is the group with CC. I think, right? No, this is not the group with CC.
No, it's
This
the
is
group
the
that-
Phoenix.
Oh no,
This
it is.
No, it is. Yeah, yeah. Phoenix
Yeah,
and
no,
Pride.
it is. Yeah, yes, Indigo B.
So this is, in my opinion, this is the game for second place. Whichever team wins this will most likely get second place if Tempest don't step up their game. So yeah, personally, I have to go with Phoenix for this 3-2. I do think Pride can definitely win this. I think this is a map 5 kind of thing. Both teams are relatively similar in how they play. I know that Pride like to deviate off Ryan a little more, whereas Phoenix basically only play Ryan. So if Pride have some sort of game plan that Monarch and Vix cook up, they could probably take this game.
All right. I'm gonna go with Pride. I think the big factor that let Phoenix win the game they did versus Tempest is that surprise factor. Like nobody was really expecting them to win because new team, not a lot of name value. So they're like, okay, well if we don't have a lot of name value, they're just gonna they would prepare for them, right? It's hard. But I think now that Pride know that Phoenix are like this team that could possibly beat them, they're going to prepare harder, and I think that's going to give them the 3-1 over Phoenix.
I'm gonna go with Phoenix here, and I'm gonna go 4-0, and I think it's gonna be a pretty dominant 4-0. Just hearing how the rush was and how coordinated they were. I mean, coordination's key, and especially in Discord tier, if you have just even above average coordination in the tier, and they can play a good brawl comp, I think they will just be able to honestly dominate that entire division. Not division, that entire group and Indigo B, barring Cosmic, because Cosmic plays the counter to Rush. But I got Phoenix with a pretty dominant 4-0.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Clem kind of stole my hot take here. I was also gonna go Phoenix 4-0, but I'm thinking Phoenix 4-0 because I think that their rush is gonna win, and I know that I'm pretty sure it's starting out on Antarctica this week. So I think that they should absolutely dominate Antarctica, and I think that the momentum's just gonna carry forward, and Phoenix is just gonna dominate in a 4-0.
All right, Nagi.
I think that I'm giving it to Phoenix 3-1. I think based on the experience that I had in my match versus them last week, I think if they get a map, it'll be push. I think push they just have a harder time on. So, but I still think Phoenix wins. So 3-1, 3-1 Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So overall consensus, I think everyone's going to Phoenix there. What's it called? All right, last game that we have on our 5 matches is Trig vs Jellyfish. So this is one of the ones where both teams win. I think 3-1, both of them. We've said that Trig is that team that graduates from Harmony, whereas Jellyfish is a bit of a bit of an interesting team in my opinion. So I'm gonna have to go Trig 3-1 for this. Yeah, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Ashes is the goat.
Uh, yeah, I mean, obviously, I think I'm also gonna go Trig 3-1 or 3-2, one of the two, because I think Jellyfish will win a few maps, but I think overall Trigger like the better team. They're like trying to creep into that top five. Like looking at our rankings, like they're very close to it, but I think Jellyfish are just like I want to say not the less like valued team, but like their roster is like a lot less known compared to Trig, who we've seen players like Dez and like Ashes is very good DPS, so we know that they can perform well if they're feeling it. So I think I just got to give it to Trig.
I'm going Trig, and it's not close. I have Trig in a massacre. I think we're
Ooh.
gonna look back here in 2-3 weeks and say, why do we put Jellyfish this high? I think
Yeah.
I like Jellyfish and I like other people. I mean, hell, Nerfed is managing and I have to like it, but
You're forced to.
I think this is gonna be Trig and it's not close.
Obviously, I'm also a Jellyfish enjoyer. All right, but hello Ash's Twitter. It's just too strong. I'm gonna have to go Trig 3-1. I see them being a really strong team, and we rank them pretty high on our rankings. And I don't know. I think that they'll be a really strong, for sure, top 8 all season kind of team. And I don't know if I can say the same about Jellyfish.
For me, I'm agreeing with Clem. Like I love Jellyfish, you know, obviously, but I also am saying that I think they're gonna get 4-0'd by Trig. I don't know. Clem kind of said the majority of what I was thinking there, so
Hey, great minds think alike.
yeah.
All right, everyone going for Trig there with maybe not so close of a game that we picked there, but there weren't really that many to choose from. So, but that's the end of that. We got our 5 matches. Next, we're gonna go
Final
into
segment.
this is the final segment. We're going to Choice presented by NRFT and their Player of the Week. My choice for this week is going to be Haydenator 12 for being the flex god, playing Bastion and playing tank. Beast 3
Haydenator
player.
12.
Haydenator 12, the flex god. Get this graphic in
Yeah, it's
here.
in there. It's up there. It's up there.
Oh yeah.
I
Haydenator
gotta see
12.
this. I haven't seen it yet.
Shout out to Glitch for the graphic. There will
Yes,
be
big shout
a
out.
graphic. Glitch is the goat. But yeah. Shout out to MI7 for being Wooly. Shout out to MI7 for being able to off roll and still dismantle Tampa.
The
Um,
Bastion.
it's very funny.
Banger.
Yeah, this is
So-
the first inaugural choice on Silver Slander. Congrats to Haydenator 12.
Let's go, Hayden.
Really a big
It's a huge W.
W.
Alright. But that's basically it, unless any of you have anything else to say.
I think that's it.
I'm good.
No,
I think that is our 5 segments for today, or for today's cast. Yep.
this
Alright,
week's,
well,
yeah.
Thank you for everyone for tuning in, especially if you made it this far. W in the chat, and that's pretty much it from us.
Also,
So
sorry everything is. I almost just cursed again. Sorry everything is messed up. All right, we'll fix it. By next week, we'll be close to as good as Pasty. All right, I'll be close to as good as Pasty.
Surely, right?
Surely.
it'll get
And
better.
surely my cam won't die halfway through. All right, that's surely won't happen ever. All right, but yeah.
That's it. Yeah. All right. Goodbye, guys.
Goodbye.
Bye,
Thank you. Thank you for
everyone.
watching.